It says add a guest to be in my live video. I'm a little nervous to do that now. It says waiting for Cindy Rich. Ha!
Nuts! So
what in the world?
crazy.
You saw I did my little Reiki. I was like, okay, you know what?
Right.
We got this. We're gonna ground it out. And here we are. So the tools work. The tools work.
So crazy. I'm like,
right. I'm like,
where
I've done this before.
I know. I cannot right now. I cannot, you guys.
It's like, what in the hell? But thank y'all for logging off and coming back.
I'm all cut off. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to sit on the floor and use my new cushion that I got for Christmas, and then craziness ensues. I think we are in the shadow of Mercury retrograde, so.
Are we?
Yeah. It should be, because I know it comes at the end of at the end of this month. And this is
gonna retrograde this year or something like that. Or I don't know what maybe I saw something else.
I can't deal with this. Help me, Lord.
It helps all of us today.
I mean, honestly. Okay, there we go. Okay, y'all, I appreciate it. I was on there like, I'm trying to get in. Then I went to Arcana and tried to get in that way, but we're here. Keisha, you held that down. You were a G, okay?
I'm just trying to hold space.
And you did. And thank you guys for hanging on. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So welcome to New Moon Meditations, the first one of this year, like Miss Keisha said. And today we have a giveaway. Well, we're only going to do one giveaway, so super special, from Indigo Frog Shop. So it will be a candle. I believe she will let you choose the candle, but correct me if I'm wrong, Janelle, if you're on here. So we will have that as our giveaway partner this new moon. And okay, so we're in Capricorn. Actually, I just looked at the transit and we're like in the midst of transiting to Aquarius, which makes sense because it's ruled by technology. So that might have also been playing a role here in the craziness. Yeah, so Capricorn is the cardinal earth sign. So that's the first earth sign in the zodiac. And I think it's really cool that it starts the year off because it allows us to kind of slowly ease into the year. And so I love that it's like 2 weeks in and now we can start setting our intentions so we don't feel this pressure. I hope you guys haven't been feeling the pressure to set resolutions or intentions. But yeah, so we're here. I want to talk a little bit about the symbolism of Capricorn. It's a sea goat, which is kind of weird. A lot of people just think it's a regular goat, but it's a sea goat. And so it's like a mix of the ocean and earth. And because of that, it's a mastery of both. It's a mastery of the sea and a mastery of earth. And so that's at the core of Capricorn energy, is being a master of self. And so with this new moon, really ask yourself, when you're setting your intentions, how can you take an assessment of where you are at this moment and where you've come out since last year, right? And putting yourself first and realizing that the energy that you are wanting to create for this year is coming from within and not without. And so having that as your base, back to the earth sign, is really at the core of this new moon. So that mastery of self is interesting because it's also conjuncting with Pluto. And we learned last year that Pluto is the planet of like destruction. And so with mastering yourself, what broke completely down last year and what can you learn from that as you are setting your intentions for who you will be this year and the goals that you want to achieve. Don't forget about what broke down, because that is kind of recentering who you are in this new year.
I wrote down myself.
Right?
The ego was really broken down last year. So who knows?
Yeah, and mine's definitely like structure related. And so I think that's interesting because Saturn rules Capricorn. It's all about structure. And so I think that's like where I realized, oh, structure is important. Structure creates growth. Like that's what I learned. So I think that's interesting. But yeah, so of course, you guys, I always do a tarot pull. And the first one that came out for today's energy was the Judgment card, which I really like this card because judgment, a lot of times we speak of judgment and we think of judging others. But this card is to say judging yourself, not in a harsh way, right? But in a real way, in an authentic way. What do you need to change? What do you need to integrate from the lessons that you learned last year? How do you need to step more in alignment with who you are in a real way? Because Capricorn energy also speaks of the idea of marrying your outward self and your inner self. So I have a little quote here. The marriage of one's nature and one's public identity is Capricorn energy. And so now it's time to like take an assessment, judge yourself. Am I being true to my core? And is that also aligning with how I'm presenting myself, who I am to the public? And I think that's a really great message as we get into this year, because if you are in alignment with your authentic self, then that means everything energetically is going to fall in alignment as well. So Wheel of Fortune speaks about how things are really changing. Okay, we really are starting a new year. Wheel of Fortune is the number 10. So it's all about endings and beginnings. And so we're at the beginning of this year. We just ended. And so now we have our sights set on how we want to maneuver through this year, what we want to intend for ourselves. And so know that it's not always going to be easy, right? But it's moving forward. We're always moving forward. So the wheel has your ups and your downs, but know that use that momentum of the new year to kind of start rolling. You know what I mean? And then lastly, we have the Knight of Swords. And so this goes to our focus and our intention. And we often speak to the idea of being very clear with your intentions. And I like this card energy because I view it as we're at the beginning of the year. Where do you want to see yourself at the end of the year? So we start the year in Capricorn. When we're ending this year in Capricorn, where do you want to be? Where do you want your energy to be? How do you want to feel? What do you want to have accomplished? So that is the tarot message for the evening.
I like that. Yeah, it's interesting because when you were talking about like mastery of self, obviously Capricorn, I was saying in the first videos, the first try, how Capricorn is the cardinal sign of the earth signs, so it's like the leader, the one that's probably supposed to be like the most evolved out of them and so forth. And so mastery is definitely something that I think resonates with that. But also when you were talking about the sea goat, like part sea, part earth, to me, the sea, the ocean represents like water, our emotions, and then earth has to deal with our physical presence, our home life, finances, all that good stuff. So for me, it's also about, or what I received in that, my interpretation is it's also a mastery of self when it comes to your emotions and your physical reality. Making sure that stays intact, making sure that the things that you have and are receiving in both those areas are things that you value. And so we're talking, me and Sydney yesterday about Basically, like this past week or so, I personally have been hit with in the areas of love and money, and I just kind of was just like either I'm really really strong and resilient, or I'm like numb, or maybe I'm just in a place of peace and acceptance. I don't know. I don't think it was not feeling numb because I was feeling stuff. I just was kind of floating through. And so right now, like if you feel a little bit like you're kind of floating, then like, Sydney said, it could be because we're coming off this wave of 2020, but also we're stepping into a new year. And then we've got this earthy, grounded, practical, sign of Capricorn, and then we'll be moving into this airiness of Aquarius and outside the box thinking. So it might seem a little bit like you're kind of, floating a little bit. But aside from that, I think as long as we are able to find some way to stay grounded, stay present, stay aware of our emotions, but not let them necessarily overwhelm us too much to where we are not no longer in alignment with things, then I think that this is an opportunity for us to, be able to start shifting things, really focusing, like Sydney was saying, on what is it that we want to, it's almost kind of like an umbrella, what do we really want to see from this point at the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And I think, the months and everything in between those are kind of like you breaking everything down in little steps and so forth. For me, also when I was thinking, because I know Venus is in the sign of Capricorn, so I was like, oh, Venus is about love, money, luck, fortune, and all that kind of stuff. But so is, but with that being in the sign of Capricorn, it's also being more practical in those areas, more grounded, maybe planning, things like that, really becoming clear in what it is that you truly want. And the way I see it is when it comes down to love and money, those are the two biggest things that everyone's always either asking for in a reading or healing or, just focused on in general with life. And so what came to me is, what do you value in those areas? When it comes down to love, whether it's friendships, personal, business, relationships, all those kind of things, love for yourself, spirit, all that, what is it that you truly value in that? And then when it comes down to money, I know a lot of times we, grew up with that whole mindset of, the love of money is evil or whatever, but it's actually, to me, it's not, it's really about more so what you value. What is it that money can actually bring to you that you value? Like if you start to really kind of break down your relationship, you'll notice that your relationship with love and money actually are very similar. If I read a book called The Energy of Money, and I forgot the author's name, but it was a really cool book because it says the way you are with money basically is the way you are in other areas of your life. So when it comes down to, how you handle money, things like that, do you always feel like you never have enough? Okay, well, do you ever feel like you're loved enough? Do you feel enough yourself? When it comes down to, do you think, are you frugal with money, like real tight and all that kind of stuff? Well, then are you kind of frugal or closed off energetically yourself, like in your heart space? If you're very like just free with money, as soon as you get it, you're just like, oh, everybody, like whatever. Then, if you just kind of let it flow right through you, then do you have relationships that are kind of like that too? They just kind of flow through you. Maybe it's hard to hold on to. Maybe you give more than you allow yourself to receive. If you're always like spending money versus saving it. So the relationship between the two actually are very, very similar. They go together. And for me, it's about what is it that you truly value in those areas, and I had to take the events of the last week and just say, okay, let's just take a step back, reevaluate some things. Where am I probably giving too much or trusting more than I need to? Where am I able to maybe have opportunities of growth and start planning, looking at things, restructuring things differently? I know personally for me, between the two, boundaries is a big thing that comes up. And, with Capricorn being very, very practical, and also just with this time of year, beginning of the year and all this kind of stuff, I think setting those, like identifying what your boundaries are in the areas of not only love, but money as well, will help you to really thrive and not just master yourself, but become a master of your emotions, your physical presence. And in that way too, you can stand forth like the divine being that you truly are. You can be of service even greater. You can have greater testimonies, and truly be that light, that you're here to be. So I think that's pretty cool. Um, and
Love.
so, yeah, in tonight's meditation, we'll actually be working through like love and money triggers, different things that beliefs we might have surrounding them, looking at past experiences that we've had and just kind of releasing and clearing those so that we can create space to receive and have better.
I love that. I love how you connected the love and the money with that Capricorn energy, and you're so right. Everyone always asks about one or the other, literally. And so I love that connection in that book. Once again, another one for me to make a note of. Wow. What a moment for me. How you spend your money is connected to also how you are spending, expressing your love or not, Very
It's
cool.
actually interesting too, because that book, The Energy of Money, if you go on my Instagram bio, whatever, there's my Amazon link and everything there. So it's one of the books that I recommend. But it's going to make you do the work. So it takes you a while to get through the book because, there's journal prompts and exercises to do and everything. But it's just kind of interesting because I used to be a shopaholic. And after reading this book and just doing some energy work, like I like to buy stuff, but like I just don't emotionally, I'm not triggered anymore to buy stuff. It's more so, but I might spend my money in other ways. So it's kind of like, all right, taking, accountability, taking stock of that or whatever. But yeah, it's interesting how just the book puts it together. Like the way you are with money is the same way you are literally in your love life, in creative expression, all that. Like if you just never feel like you have enough money, you probably feel like you don't have enough of this or enough of that, and all this sort of stuff. So it's kind of or if you're a hoarder, if you're stingy with money, you probably are like that in certain relationships, like where you don't want to give or whatever. So yeah, it's pretty interesting that that book definitely has
Everyone's loving your book in the comments. They're like, what was it?
The Energy of Money. Her name is Dr. Maria Namath or something, like Namath or something. I'll actually put that in I'll put that in the link and stuff like that, and then also the Instagram posts and stuff. But it is in my Amazon affiliate link on my bio too. So trying to think if I have it somewhere close, I can grab it and show it to you. But yeah, The Energy of Money, Dr. Maria Namath is her name. So you can get it on Amazon.
Love.
Let's see. Anything else, Sydney?
No, I think we covered everything that we had anticipated to doing. Yep. I'm ready to get this meditation on. Like I said, I got my new meditation pillow, so I'm ready.
Yep. Okay. Gonna break that thing in today then.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Inhaling deeply through the nose, releasing an audible sigh to allow your jaw to relax. And gently open the mouth, exhaling all of that old energy out. Taking the new once again as you inhale. Opening the mouth again softly as you exhale. Releasing all of the old stagnant energy, inhaling once again. Nice, fully, deeply. Exhaling. Letting go. as you begin to just become aware of your thoughts, you'll shift your focus into this moment, acknowledging your feelings and the emotions that may be flowing through you. Dropping deeper into the body and just noticing how it feels in your physical body this evening. Sending breath and love to any areas calling for your awareness or your attention. And calling on the power of your imagination, trusting yourself and following your intuition. You'll set your intention to expand your awareness and your energetic presence beyond your personal space, beyond your city and state, country, beyond this earth, and just allow your imagination to stretch far beyond the limits of the universe. Tapping into source or spirit and all that is here to support you for tonight's meditation, for your healing, your transformation, your ascension, and the year ahead. And you begin to relax a little bit more, breathing a little bit more fluid as you settle in to the sacred space that you've just created. Eventually, you'll begin to sense or notice divine golden light flowing to you, and finding you here in this moment, gently resting upon the crown of your head. And as your crown is illuminated by this golden light, you allow it to usher in the wisdom of your highest self. In all timelines are lives that have served you in being abundant and fruitful, prosperous, purposeful. Allowing this light to seep into the mind, allowing the mind to open, becoming receptive to new ways of thinking, new thoughts, new beliefs. And eventually, this light will make its way down your face into your jaw, relaxing the neck, relaxing your shoulders, flowing down the arms, into your hands, your fingertips, feeling this flow of letting go and receiving. As this golden light fills your heart space, it begins to move down to the torso, filling the belly, moving down and filling the hips, supporting your ability to expand and to create. To bring things into fruition, to create new life, a new reality. This light will overflow from the hips down to your legs, to your ankles, your feet, your toes. Because you are the embodiment of light, begin to radiate, filling the entire space around you. Your wondrous presence. Feeling a lightness moving through you, taking with it all heaviness, all struggle, all blocks down into the earth. Knowing that as you ground and release these energies, they are received with unconditional love and return back to its original source. So trust in this process of surrendering and letting go, creating that space for you to receive better, to experience better, to be better. And just breathe. As we take a look, take stock of all that we truly value in life, and as we bring our awareness to our relationships with love and money, what is your relationship? Love. What has your experience been with love? What examples as a child did you observe when it comes to love? What is the narrative, the story that you have in regards to love? Is it something that you have to fight for or earn? You feel worthy or deserving? Has it been manipulated and twisted, torqued in a way that makes you doubt its power, its truth? In what ways have you bought the ideas and expectations of others when it comes down to love? Have you shortchanged yourself? Budget or give only a certain amount? Fear that there's not enough? Be taken advantage of? Won't be returned? Reciprocated? You believe it has to be struggle, hardship? Can it be pleasurable, fulfilling? You see, these subconscious stories that we hold on to create energetic leaks in our space, preventing us from fully receiving, but also holding on to that which we truly value. And as these subconscious beliefs, imprints, programs come to your awareness, how can you redefine them for yourself? What is it that you truly value in your relationships to others as well as yourself and to spirit? How do you choose to rewrite your love story? Breathe. Allow yourself to feel through those emotions, those triggers, and just allow this golden light flowing through you to help you gently release them, breathing into those emotions and grounding them down deep into the earth. Allowing that energy to be dismantled, healed, transformed. Sent back to source. They are no longer your truths, and you have the power, simply with your intention, to redefine your experience based on what it is that you truly value, the assets that you already possess, to build a stronger foundation. So that you may experience better and better. Are you willing to release any anger and resentment, old heartaches, pain? If so, just give yourself permission to do that. Releasing them down into the earth. Knowing that it is safe and you have full permission to feel everything that you're feeling, to cry if needed. As you begin to acknowledge these emotions and bring them to your conscious awareness, releasing them, begin to master your emotions. Your emotional intelligence grows, your sense of peace, intuition expands. You move into a space of acceptance, acknowledgement, more ease and grace. Now that you've looked at the story that you have been told, the programs and imprints that you associate to your relationship with money, or love, sorry, how does that apply to your relationship with money and finances? When we buy into the opinions and beliefs of others, including family, friends, society, culture, race, it can sometimes be a hindrance in our ability to receive. In those moments, your greatest asset is your awareness. For in that moment, you can choose to shift that truth or that belief and just see what happens when you begin to set that in motion. It's as if a clear intention gets the wheels of the universe moving in your favor and the direction in which truly serves you to experience a life of pleasure and prosperity, purpose begins to reveal itself. What is your story when it comes down to money? Does money equal more problems, or maybe you decide today that more money means more freedom, more fun, more vitality, resources. So as you release that subconscious belief or block down into the earth, you have the opportunity to redefine this relationship for yourself. What is the emotion, the feelings that you have when it comes to money? Notice it. Take a deep breath. Soften. Know that you are safe as you release down into the earth. You feel as if perhaps you cannot be rich and successful and wealthy and spiritual. Perhaps we've seen in our culture and society others abuse that power, and so on some level we may subconsciously reject it. In this moment we are releasing that through all time, space, dimensions, and realities. You can declare and affirm that all karmic debts are cleared and have been paid in full through all the goodness you've given and received this lifetime and others. It's time to change the narrative. What story do you now tell yourself and perhaps future generations when it comes down to love and money? Give yourself permission to be the way shower, the light worker, the karmic breaker, the ancestral lineage that redefines it for future generations. Breathe. Relax. As you redefine your relationship to love, your relationship to money in ways that allow you to receive more of it, knowing that it is safe for you to have and receive both in abundance and with ease, grace, synchronicity, flow, trust. Not only do you become fulfilled in many ways, but it allows you to be here, to be prosperous, to be that example, to be of service in greater ways, uplifting and enlightening not only yourself, but others. Your presence being great, great blessing to all those you gift it to. slowly. Gently. And to bring your awareness back into the room. Back into your personal space and back into your body. Your toes, fingers, giving yourself a nice little hug. Taking a stretch if you like, and maybe opening your eyes when you're ready and taking a sip of water after coming out of trance.
I was in it.
Mm-hmm. I think I might need to go back and read that book again.
That was grand. It's so funny because my dog's right here, and I'm like, "Are you getting in the breath flow?" Because I hear him, and he's like, and I'm like, "Are we on the same breathing flow right now?" Okay, guys, we are looking for a Capricorn. Simple. Capricorn, sun or moon. Drop it in Keisha's, or put it here if you can. Do you have the little box on your thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, drop it in the box if you're a Capricorn sun or moon or rising. It's only one. We only have one candle giveaway from Indigo Frog. So make sure you guys follow Indigo Frog at Indigo Frog on Instagram. And you will be hitting her up to be the winner.
Oh, let's see.
Aw, I love that. So she came in a little late and was so overwhelmed and instantly calmed down.
Oh.
Oh, and don't worry. Keisha will have this on her IGTV, guys. So if you did miss it, you can just catch the replay.
Let's see. I see a Capricorn here. Pretty little butterfly.
Pretty little butterfly.
Little butterfly. You are our winner.
Yay!
So just,
Beautiful.
yeah, you can contact Miss Indigo Frog and pick your candle, I believe. And
Yes.
that is your gift, your birthday gift.
I know. Happy birthday.
She's like, it's Shawnee. I know. we know who most of y'all are, I think. That
Love
helps
it.
me, yes, all in the flow of love and so forth. So, it's just a gift that keeps on giving, right?
Love it. Okay, you guys. Well, the full moon's at the end of the month. And we may have a different way for you to access that. We will be letting you guys know.
Yep.
Okay, so keep
It'll be in the sign of Cancer, right? No, because
Leo.
we'll be Aquarius, yeah. So we'll be on Aquarius. So it'll be Leo. Oh, okay. That'll be cool.
Wow.
No, take charge and time to let yourself be seen.
Yeah. Ready.
Cool. So you all will see
Awesome.
us in 2 weeks and look for some announcements and so forth coming up. The name of the book again was The Energy of Money. You can find that. I'll pin that as part of the comments as well here. But that is also in my bio, the link in my bio for my Amazon affiliate link. But yeah, so you all have a
hit us up. We do have, I see someone saying about giveaway. So just DM. We do have our giveaway partners that we already are connected to, but we may be able to figure something else out and do some other type of like giveaway with another type of thing or something. So just DM at arcana.atl.
And you know, if you missed it or whatever, this will be on my IGTV. So happy manifesting. I don't know how I got shorter or something. So we're almost out of time here. So thank you all once again, and we look forward to seeing you all and being of service for the rest of this year. That is our intention.
Absolutely,
And,
absolutely.
we'll be able to grow, and you'll see us prospering in our own little ways and stuff here too. So thank you. We're going to set that foundation.
Bye, guys.
Here. Okay. I got this, y'all.